welcome to Low Carb Cafe. I'm Kelly. This past week, we've been having a lot of inclement weather, just kind of rainy, drizzly, cold, blah weather. And so that inspired today's recipe because when that kind of weather happens, I just crave soup. I crave sitting at home by the fireplace with a big bowl of soup and just cuddling with my dog. So today's recipe is for beef vegetable soup. So let me show you what you need for today's recipe. For today's recipe, you are going to need 3 pounds of beef cubed. A lot of beef. 1 small head of cabbage chopped. 1 8-ounce can of tomato sauce. 1 cup of celery chopped. 1 cup of either fresh or frozen green beans. I'm using frozen. About a half a cup of onion chopped, 1 clove of garlic minced, 1/4 teaspoon of chili powder, and then you're going to need 6 cups of water, and you can substitute part of that with beef broth. So our first step is to brown the beef. So let's go. First thing we're going to do is hit the pan with some oil. Let that heat up a bit. And then add the beef. We just want to brown it. I'm going to brown the beef in 2 batches to make sure everything gets properly done. Coat it all. To get brown. It's starting to brown up nicely. The best part about this recipe is once you get the beef done, you basically throw everything in this pot and let it cook for 2 hours. So this is the hardest part of the recipe right here. And it's really not that hard. And browned up really well. Ow, I burned myself. So, I'm going to put the next batch in, and then we will continue on from here when we start adding ingredients. Okay. Added all the beef back in. Second batch. I'm going to add water. Like I said, you need 6 cups. You can also add beef broth. So I'm going to do 2 cups water, 2 cups beef broth, and then 2 cups water. Now we're going to add our veggies. Celery. That wasn't a pleasant sound. Green beans, onions, garlic, chili powder, our tomato sauce, stir. least, our cabbage. I'm not going to add the whole thing because I think I had a larger head of cabbage than I should have. So I'm just going to add most of it. And if we need more, we can add more. We're going to bring this to a boil. And then you're going to cover it and simmer it on low for 2 hours. So let that sucker boil. As you can see, it is starting to come to a boil. So I am going to cover this, reduce the heat to low, and let it sit for a couple hours. So now's when you start the fire, you pick out the good book you want to be reading, and let this simmer. Okay, so I took it off the heat after about an hour and a half. Well, it was probably an hour and 45 minutes. Because it just appears to be done, so taste test. It's going to be really hot, by the way, when you first take it off. I burned my tongue. Could use a little salt and pepper. But other than that, it's actually pretty good. The cabbage gave it a lot of body. So it's actually more than I thought it would just be like beef and broth. But the veggies really filled it out. Yeah, that'd be perfect on a really cold night. It's raining. Oh. This makes, depending on how many or how large you want your serving to be, it makes anywhere from 8 to 10 servings. Per 8 serving it's 455 calories, 33 grams of fat, 32 grams of protein, and 4 net carbs. So, on that cold, rainy night, well, rainy here, probably snowy, maybe snowy where you are, curl up next to the fire with a big bowl of, it's not really stew, but beef soup for 4 net carbs. That works for me. Thanks for joining me on Low Carb Cafe. I'll see you next time.